Alrighty. Welcome back. Today, we will be finishing up the OWASP top 10. We'll also be doing a few more coding challenges. And since it's Friday, we'll be doing some Factorio and just hanging out. Let's see how all that goes, because it sounds great on paper. But, yeah. Let's go ahead and kick things off with our TryHackMe. Picking up where we left off, we have the identification and authentication failures. So as a review, these authentication and session management are core components of modern web applications. You need to know who's being able to log in, who they are they who they say they are. So we need to be aware of brute force attacks, being able to try any combination of passwords and everything. Use of weak credentials. People, should be able to set strong password policies so your password isn't as easily guessed. And weak session cookies. We did a little cookie configuration yesterday, and we were able to get the admin account by just saying we're admin and don't check our signature. So let's see if our link's going to work today. And hopefully we can come back to this weird username roundabout. As I mentioned yesterday, it's because we're abusing a zero width character. So if a program's trying to read it in and compare it like, oh, do I have this user account? It'll let you create the password. It'll look up, does that account already exist? And then, does this account have access to these files? So being able to say, of course I'm admin, will allow us to see a lot more admin stuff. Oh, man. I was hoping by, giving it time to really boot up before starting stream, we'd have a good chance, but guess not. That's okay. We'll just pop over to our server-side request forgery. This one's really interesting. This is the one I really have struggled with sometimes, but like we were talking about yesterday, server-side request forgery is how we're able to get someone else's server to reach out to a different server with important information. These attacks can abuse the server to give off information about what someone's internal network looks like, being able to give off what other files and IPs are locally available, really just manipulating someone else's server into doing whatever we want. And I'm now just realizing you guys don't see what I see. That sucks. There we go. All right. So going back, we were checking for the authentication to start working again. Sadly, we're still stuck. Go ahead and show us our screen. Yeah, we're still stuck on this weird loading. The funny thing is, I'm pretty sure it worked right at the end of the stream yesterday. But anyways. So we talked about the server-side request forgery, being able to abuse someone else's server to reach out to an attacker server, giving it proprietary information, what's on the inside, what trust relationships do you have? Oh, look at that. We might get lucky today. Let's go ahead and hit register. While that's loading, practical example. So we can go ahead and copy this link, find an example of a simple web application. After exploring a bit, you should be able to see an admin area, which will be our main objective. Follow the instructions on the following questions and blah, 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 blah. So let's go ahead and open up that new tab. My bit rate seems to be pretty low. Let me go and make sure we won't have an issue like yesterday. That seem any better? Nope, actually worse. Man, I have just been unlucky this week with stream. All right, back down to brass tacks. Ah, John Woo. Let's go ahead. Cast photographer, web designer. Oh boy. Oh man, that is. Yeah, that's some web designing. His skills: photography, web design, enthusiasm, 110%. I like that. I need to add that to my resume. Photos taken, download resume. Ooh, already, I think we found it. Server equals securefilestorage.com with another ID. Let's go ahead and open that in a new tab. Hope everyone's having a great Friday. Got your caffeine drink, your hydration. Oh my God. Too much stuff happening too fast. Do people put cat photos on their resume? If not, I think that's a trend that needs to come back. So here, explore the website. What is the only host allowed to access the admin area? Oh, I forgot we're looking for admin. This guy needs some help with his CSS. Powered by SW3. Check the download resume button. Where does the server parameter point to? See? Told you we were close. Let's go ahead and grab that and put that in our local notes. So I can grab it and what's the question asking? Where does the parameter point to? SecureFileStorage.com, of course. All right. Explore the area. What is the only host allowed to access the secure area? Secure admin area. What is the only host allowed to access the admin area? Can anyone see an admin area? Is there just a... You should see an admin area, which will be our main objective. All right, time to take out some web tools. Right. See some JPEGs. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? So going back to the example they have, my site, SMS server equals attack. Just /admin. Ah, there we go. That was easy. Localhost. There's a way to use server-side request forgery to gain access to the site's admin area. Can you find it? That's our other task. So I think if we abuse this, so instead of saying secure file storage.com, blah, 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 blah. Oh, well, let's focus on our main goal. Make the application send the request to your attack box instead of the secure file storage. Are there any API keys in the intercepted request? All right. So we have John Woo. We're going to open up our terminal. We need to know our IP, which is 10.10.60.87. Go ahead and copy that for now, but we'll do ncat LVP. And what port? I think we'll start with port 80, because that should be just the networking port. IP address already in use. Send a request to your attack box instead of secure. So let's see. No idea what LVP means. Let's go ahead and look up ncat-LVP so we can get a better understanding. No, we don't care about North Carolina. Netcat. That wasn't really helpful. I think it wants us. Whoa. Root. Oh, that's our file. I think we want to do 8087 as our port. All right. So now we're listening. So if we change this request from secure file storage to 10.10.60.87. There we go. Hello, I'm just an API key. It's really that easy. You just ask for all their secrets and lend a listening ear like Netcat. Ah, that's pretty cool. So there's a way to use SSRF to gain access to the site's admin area. Can you find it? You don't need this flag to progress the room. You are expected to do some research in order to achieve your goal. So I think we want to abuse the server-side request forgery to give us the file. See, it says download server equals, and then that. So maybe there's a way what we can. I'm not sure. Can we do to this? Let's zoom out. Nothing. All right. Even the website's broken. And I think I'd love to finish this off if we can do the register and do this extra one. I know we keep bouncing back and forth, but you know, it is what it is. So try and register with Darren as your username. You'll see that there's an extra space instead. And you're now logged in and can see content. What is the flag you found on Darren's account? Okay. Lol at I don't know.com. And pass 1, 2, 3. No one asked. That's the password for my luggage. Also, has anyone seen that there's a new Naked Gun movie coming out with Liam Neeson? Who I always confused with Leslie. What's his name? Liam Neeson. Leslie something. It sounds super similar. Uh, Naked Gun Past. It also had O.J. Simpson in it. Leslie Nielsen. Liam Neeson. Leslie Nielsen. Anyone else's brain hurt yet? Error 3. What was the error we got? If we can do this, I wonder if we can say local host. It's worth a shot. Oh, now we just opened another download. I'm going to have this guy's resume just covered in this machine. Local host. Oh, we're trying to do local host 88.7 admin. Still downloading. Stop all the downloading. Hmm. Hmm. Feel like we're close. What can we change in this URL so we can get to that admin page? Or we could just freeze. I guess that's also an option. TryHackMe, that's cool. After this, we're definitely setting up a VM so we can just continuously work through this. Did we lose access? Stream still up? I broke my eye. That, I don't know. Let's see. There we go. What is going on here? We only got 30 minutes. Access the machine. Connect using OpenVPN. I don't know if I have a... I really need to set up a whole virtual machine so we can start doing more of these. And so I can start showing off some other techniques that are quite available on this site. All right. Well, that's still trying to reconnect. Let's see what the next. Why not enroll in beginner level pathway or find another? All right. That was easy. We still have 2 more questions to go. I wonder if I can figure out how to get the configuration for the VPN solved in time before we run out of time on our target box. Oh, no, the internet's going to be so slow. What can we do? What can we do? Let me see if I might just have a VM machine ready to go. Maybe, hopefully. I have a copy of Ubuntu. I know you guys can't see my screen right now, but I'm just trying things out in the background. Don't want to dox myself. Can you get back up yet? Still connecting. All right. Well, okay. Looks like I have Ubuntu running. So if we get Firefox, download OpenVPN, Ubuntu, sudo apt-get install OpenVPN. Seems easy enough. It's in. There. You know, the Ubuntu copy is only as good if you can remember what the password is for the Ubuntu. Are you kidding me? We failed to connect server. I've never seen that message. And I guess I wasn't kidding about the chaos in this stream. We were so close. But I think we're probably going to have to call it there and switch over to our coding challenges for today. Yeah. Let's go ahead and switch over. So, going over what we had yesterday, we were doing You got stuck on some tic-tac-toe stuff. But we did eventually get the right answer. It took a lot of weird code and a lot of trying to remember order of operations, but we got it. It worked. So let's see what our next, oh, what the hell? All right, let's go for it. This is where, separate the boys from the men and the men from the boys. Who came up with that saying, anyways? It just seems like an odd thing to say. Given a positive number n, which is greater than 1, find the prime factor decomposition of n. The result will be a string with the following form of that, with the p to I in increasing order and n to the I empty. What in the heck? Who are they talking to? Prime factors. So it's splitting up the number, maybe? So 2 times 5. The result, I think we might skip this one. This one seems a little out there. Yeah, let's skip that one. I can't understand that question. At least we're returning one thing. Wait, C++ R pure scripting, COBOL. Is this still in Python? We have, okay. Define a function that takes in 2 non-negative integers, alpha and beta, and returns the last decimal digit of a to the power of b. Note that a and b may be very large. For example, the last digits of 9 to the power 7 is 9, since 9 to the power 7 is last digit of 2 to the 200 to 2 to the 300, which has over 10 to the power 92 decimal digits, is 6. Also, please take 0 to 0 to be 1. Huh? So I think the way is going to be multiplying the, it's something to do with the numerator. So big a number. I mean, obviously we could just do n raised to n2, and then we just answer equals n raised 2, return answer negative 1, which should give us the last digit. Supposedly. We string it, grab it, and then return it. Probably wants an integer back. See, we already passed some tests. That's pretty good. Well. Here. N2 equals 0. Turn 1. Already doubled our passing. Testing the last digit of that. Giant number. 2 should equal 6. Testing last digit of 9 to the power 7. 4 should equal 9. What is 9 to the power 7? 9 to the power 7. It's squared. $4,782,969. Nice. How are we getting 4? Print answer. Easy enough. Am I raising correctly? I'm pretty sure that's the right way to do it in Python. Let me make sure you guys can still see. Good. Look at the AI. Exponents. Okay, it's just times. Why do I keep thinking? I guess because, like, on a calculator, you write the little triangle up. But hello? Okay, somehow we worked backwards. Let's try that again. I don't know what's wrong. Fill up on some coffee while we wait. Should work for example tests. Now, the other question is, why was this working? What is that in Python? Python operators. We want to find. Okay. Get it closer. Oh, I'm XORing it. Which I think is on the right track. I'm not super good with bitwise operators, but there's got to be some way that we can XOR two numbers. We're going to do some weird bit math because these numbers are going to get super huge. So let's look up bitwise operation to raise the power of a number. And then look at AI using bitwise, raise to the power of 5. Okay, we'll see what this guy has to say. 5 XORed to 0 becomes okay. This guy just gave him the answer. I don't understand how people are supposed to like memorize how XOR and ORing and all the other weird bitwise thing to do this crazy math stuff. So 101 in binary represents 3, 6 in decimal. What you want is the power of 5 and 3, which is available by including math.h. Um, I don't think we want to use math. How dare we try and use math? We'll try it anyways. Import math. And then we'll just do pal of n1, n2. But like I said, that's really big numbers. If we only want the last digit of the number, it should be something similar. Trying to remember. It's been a while since I've done calculus. But can't you can subtract, if you have the root, the base number to the power of something, and you're trying to raise that to the power of something, I believe you can subtract those two numbers. So here in this example where we have 2 to the power of 200, that's 2 raised to 300. So you're raising it by that much. What crazy nonsense is this? I think you can do, I have a calculator up real quick, so we're going to try this equation real quick. 200 minus 300, that's negative 100. But I think they just say 102 to the power of 100. Is that going to get us close? Okay. Okay. The last digit of this number you typed out is 6. So we have to, I think, we have to find the similar roots, then subtract the exponents, then we can get number. Does that make sense? That's what I'm thinking, because if we can't just do the math and get these really big numbers. And it looks like our tests aren't going to be kind. Define a function that takes 2 non-negative integers, a and b, for example, to assume that the input will always be valid. What can we do? And can we square root the two numbers until they're even? What's a better way? Any suggestions, chat? Let's go back to. No, we don't care about that. Um, Percentages, modulus, exponent, exponent for division. Wonder what more about modulus. This is another one I get. Constant, a coefficient that expresses usually numerically the degree to which the substance or body possesses the property. Sure. Okay. Remainder of 4. So it gives us the remainder. I was working on a Python script before, and I needed to just grab. All right. I was trying to calculate how many beers were in a boat, and the hints that were being given showed that uh, they gave one of the digits. So if you use modulus, you can say like in the tenths place of the number, if it equals to the number you think it should, then you can continue the math. We don't want this because that's going to take us too long. You want something that's gonna. Let's make this first. Answer equals the power. We were getting some questions right, and we were just XORing the numbers. Hmm. That just worked. Uh, yeah, I kind of just assumed that the 10 is the last, like the last digits, because we're just the base of 10. Because mathematically, the last digit of any number is just the last digit. And POW lets us add that modulus right in there. All right, let's, I guess we just go ahead and attempt it. This might be the fastest one we ever solved. Wow. I think I accidentally fell into this one. That's awesome. Submit. What we got? Okay, show off. And one, mod 10. Raised to the power of, what crazy math are you doing there, bud? What is this answer? He said, so he modded N1 by 10. And then if it's 1, 2, he just, that's like, that's crazy. That just reminds me of like somebody in Minecraft making a whole computer. Like, yes, I will go through and make bit by bit. Digits. Okay. So this person made a return digits in 0 to 9, 0, ones, 2, 4, 8, 6, 3, 9, 7, 1, 4, 6, 4. Y'all, they do some crazy math on this site. We're still up and moving. I I have the shortcut keys attached to numbers. I probably shouldn't. Anyways, I think that gives us enough time to do one more. Now let me put some music on in the background while we all struggle through this on a Friday. It should still be good. Although I guess in the meantime, I could be downloading our Kali image. We'll play that in the background and hope that stream just can keep up. See what this problem is. friend of mine takes the sequence of all numbers from 1 to n, where n is greater than 0. Within that sequence, he chooses two numbers, a and b. He says that the product of a and b should be equal to the sum of all the numbers in the sequence, excluding a and b. Given a number n, could you tell me the numbers he excluded from the sequence? The function takes the parameter n and is always strictly greater than 0, and returns an array of strings, depending on the language, of the form of a, b, a, b, or a, b, with all a, b, which are the possible removed numbers in sequence 1 to n, have be sorted in increasing order of the a. It happens that there are several possible AB. The function returns an empty array or empty string if no possible numbers are found, which will prove that my friend has told the truth. This guy has a weird friend. Ransomed. Friend of mine takes in some Chicago. That is just lazy. Let's see. We have to add up all the numbers. So I know that the formula to get the sum of all the numbers from 1 to whatever number, or I guess algorithm, that is the total equals the sum of total equals n times n minus 1, and this is all over just 2. When you add up every number, starting from 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, blah, 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 all the way up, this is how you can quickly calculate that to figure out from 1 to that number. So we need to find that there's 2 missing numbers. Go ahead and solve for that. So let's get our total. Our result is going to equal some array. Our total is equal to n times n minus 1 divided by 2. And That's crazy. It won't just let me do what I'm telling you to. All right, so we have our total, or what it should be. Then we need to figure out what that number is. So for A in range of starting at 1 to N plus 1, because range means to add +1 if we want to count that last number. If Math is hard, man. These poor programmers trying to figure this random math out to solve some probably minuscule problem. I mean, at least it's not like back in the day where in order to program, you had to use punch cards and literally poke out the ones and zeros in a piece of cardboard. Let's reread this. A friend of mine takes a sequence of all the numbers from 1 to N. N is greater than 0. Within that sequence, he chooses two numbers, A and B. He says that the product of A and B should be equal to the sum of all the numbers in the sequence, excluding A and B. So we have the sum of all the numbers from 1 to N. A and B equals total including A and B. So are there only, with all A and B, which are possibly removed numbers in the sequence, you sorted in increasing order of A. So 26 should return 15, 21, 21, and 15. Or 15, 21, 21, 15. Okay, yeah, so you don't really care what the output is. It's just getting those two numbers. So you're telling me that 15 and 21 is equal to total. So, or 26. So let's do some quick math. I don't know. 26 times 25, 650 divided by 2 equals 325. Then we do 15 times 21, it's 315. $325. Let me make sure I'm doing that math. No. Yeah, I'm doing that right. 15, 21. All right, let's write this out. Example, we have 26. Total is equal to 26 times 25 divided by 2. And I say that that is equal to 26 times 25, 650 divided by 2, 325. Now something times something equals something. So A times B equals 325 minus A minus B, right? And they're saying that in our example here, it's 15 and 21. So 325 minus 15 minus 21 equals 289. And then if we multiply 15 times 21, we get 315. So very confused. Because 325 minus 315, was that 10? That's a difference of 10. Remove the two numbers A and B. Product of A and B equals the sum of all the other numbers. My math's right? Is that the right formula? Oh my God, it's +1, not -1. So that means that gotta go again. 26 times 27 divided by 2. 26 times 27 divided by 2. It's 351. And then 351 minus A minus B supposedly is going to give us 1521. So 351 minus 15 minus 21 minus 15 minus 21. Still equal to 315? Oh, okay. Now it's equal to 315. And then 315 equals 15 times 21. We got there. Somehow. But we have our total, which is now n plus 1 divided by 2. Okay. Still good that stream. Given. Yeah. Uh, what if we just assume that like one of the numbers is just 1? So we do target would equal total plus 1. So then if we do a target wide A plus 1, as long as that doesn't equal 0, keep going. And then B should equal D. So we want to flip it. So target divided by A plus 1. Remove that one. If B is greater than A and B is less than or equal to the size, then we want to add those two to our results. With a comma B. And we return results. Result. So for A in the range of 1 to n plus 1, which is our thing up here, if a target mod A plus 1 doesn't equal 0, so saying that we have a remainder, or we don't have a remainder, which means it's uneven. We can say that B is equal to our target divided by that A plus 1, subtracting 1, because we added 1 to the target, because there needs to be 2 numbers. Then we just check if B is greater than A, and if B is less than or equal to the size, we should return the results. So let's go ahead and test. Okay, we're there. We're just being cheated a little. How do I cast B? 55, 91 should equal 55, 91, 91, 55. Is it just add both? I guess not. Oh, wait, no, I can just do the line again. And then we'll just swap the two. All right, let's go ahead and attempt that. So close. Hmm. What were we getting wrong? So we only failed 5. So we already know that A plus 1 times B plus 1 should equal the sum plus 1. We loop from A being 1 to the size of n. We compute B. And if it's valid, then we want to return the results. Oh, maybe instead of just greater, we just have to say that B does not equal A. Because we already know that A should be less. Nope. 15, 21, 21, 15, 21, 15, 15, 21. Okay, hold on. How am I? Do I even need the int still? How did I remove code and it works? All right. All right. My brain's broken. Let's, all right. Yeah, this guy had something similar. For a range of 1 to n plus 1, B equals the total minus A. Yeah, something like that. All right. I think that's enough of that. I think it's probably time to have some fun on a Friday. Let's go ahead and switch over to some Factorio. So if I can get that up and running. I guess we'd probably have to edit our screen. That hangout. Or maybe we focus on fixing up Callie. Setting up for next week. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I want to play more Factorio, but it might be more educational for people to watch as I figure out setting up Open VPN for next week. Let's go ahead and do that. Sorry, gang. We're not done learning yet. TryHackMe out. Here we go. All right. So I downloaded Callie in the background. I'm going to go ahead and open up my copy of VMware. We're going to a virtual machine. No, wait, I think I can just do import, right? Open virtual machine. Check my downloads. Okay, so music. Kali Linux VMware. Oh no, did I get the AMD version? Should be fine. The hell was that noise? Okay. That Kali was. Go ahead and open our virtual machine. Move our Kali to a nice desktop. And then we can go ahead and add that as a source. So we do window capture. This actually need to be same screen, I guess. Window terminal code. Huh. Man, that's big. Go ahead and a little smaller. Almost there. I'm sure there's nothing that docks me. Okay. Think. I'm gonna try to move it to a different desktop anyways. Cool. All right. I think this should be good enough to get us some progress. So with TryHackMe, they have a VPN that you can use. You download a configuration file. You start up your VM. You can connect using your VM and attacker boxes to try and it lets you on their like little demos. So you don't have to use their software, their VM attacker box. You can just use your own. And not to mention, this is a great way to start building up your tools and assets for other projects and emulation you want to do. So if you're switching for the first time, you'll need to re-download your config file. Okay. Download our config file. And then go over to here. Bring up terminal. So that I can make it Control++. Yeah. Looks pretty good. Sorry, I just need to make sure we're still up. So we want to do sudo apt-get open VPN. I thought it was that. Let me see if I can just do a fold zoom too. I just make the settings. Yeah. I'll take it over it. Brother. There we go. Profiles, workspaces, display. Go ahead and lower that resolution. Didn't apply. Is that raising that resolution? Does that look better? Yeah, it seems a little more readable. All right. We'll leave it at that. So, download, open VPN, Alley. I swear I'm not a bot. Bus. I love how Google just gets free AI training and this for all the crosswalks. Do we count that little bit? Tractor. Motorcycle. Oh my God. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna look it up locally. Open the VPN, Alley. So it should be something along the lines of like just sudo apt-get. Is it already installed? That'd be cool. It's already installed. No need. So let's open up our home directory, open up documents. I'm going to paste in our OpenVPN. And then let's see, what is the command? Kali import OpenVPN. So you can actually just use the network manager to import a saved VPN configuration. Import the documents. Yep, probably just ruin that one. So we're gonna go ahead and regenerate, and I'm going to pause the stream so no one can see whatever IP address I just had. Boom, 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 boom. I'll do a new one. Hide from chat. Delete our old one. I would like to rename this so it doesn't have that weird parenthesis 1. Again, import save. Go. Name it TryHackMe. Okay. if I show my screen, you can see we got the VPN message. We logged in successful. And if we go back to our TryHackMe file or site, we should see we have access then. Usually receiving links you need to connect to our thing that we're connected. We can use machines within your rooms you need to connect to our network. It says that we're not connected yet though. Hello, network VPN server. You need a separate open VPN. What is the machines versus the networks? Oh well, round 2, try again. But just hide that screen. So I can bring over the other VPN config file. Go ahead and configure VPN. Or configure a VPN, add a new one. Import save. The server. Right? And then we can go over to our connections. It says successful. I'm not lying to you guys. Server status, no connection made. Oh, that's all. Okay. Finally, connect to TryHackMe through OpenVPN. Ensure you change your username to a TryHackMe username. Pretty sure it's the same. Try loading 10.10.10 in the browser. Does not load, there is problem with connection. Okay. See, it gets real tricky with networking. Well, what am I missing here? You need to use a separate OpenVPN connection for networks. Pretty sure we don't need, yeah, the server's off. I'm going to go ahead and pause screen because I want to pull up IP addresses. So if I do, you can do the command IP A-C or IP-C-A. So that gives you all the IP addresses and even color codes it, which can be super useful. So I have my internal, my local, and a tunnel, which is that address. That shows timed out. Do we even have an internet connection on this? I might not have figured the timeline properly. It's always when you try and do something live that things start breaking. Ping machines is not a definitive way of checking your connection. You cannot ping a machine. They need to accept things. Okay. All the bad getting connect using the VPN. So technically, if this works, test machines, they were disconnected. Any problems? Can you access? They're connected. Downloading and getting the 404, you need access. So you're using a virtual machine, you need to run the VPN inside the virtual. Yes, that's fine. Is the OpenVPN client running as root? Have you restarted your VM? I thought so. Only one OpenVPN connection is allowed. PS aux grep OpenVPN. Let's go ahead and try that command. And we'll type that into grep OpenVPN. It looks like it's working. Clear that. Let's try and disconnect and then reconnect. VPN has successfully established. You are disconnected. Access the target machine. See, this should come up saying that we're connected now that the county box is working. But for some reason, traffic's not being tunneled through there. The VPN is disconnected because network is interrupted. Hmm. Not sure. Not sure. Use browser. We don't want the browser. We want to use this. We download. Configuration pack. Yeah, it's the same file. Let's try it one more time. And then we're just gonna play Factorio because my brain hurts. Where save. Anything change? Are we connected now? It keeps saying on Tally that we're connected, but start being disconnected. All right, I think it's a job for another day. Maybe this weekend I'll debug it and figure it out. We'll do the tried and true method real quick for restarting. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Good word. When in doubt, flick the nick. Yeah. Oh. .10.10.10. We at least ping it. You guys are just having a blast, but yep, access. Get inline cert error now. If you're using a virtual machine, we're in the deep inside that machine. We got that. So the client running this root. The starting, so open VPN up to date. The only other thing I can think of is maybe we're just not up to date. We might have to use AI for this. I guess it could just be my internet's too slow for it. Open network manager, import the save. And that's done. We could try this command. The thing is, with the IP address I'm seeing, it's not the 10.10 address that we want. And then let's open it. Protocol options. What is it? Yeah, now we have two connections, but one's a global tele. Hey! We got it. I figured it out. Okay, I thought we figured it out. The target machines, okay, yeah, we should be connected. Based on my Kali box, it says we're connected. So we're gonna go ahead and try to connect to this crazy You're not gonna believe this, chat. It just works. It just works. It's that easy. It's so easy. Ta-da! Just, I don't know. Going back to our question, we have to register as daring with a space. So let's go ahead and go to register. Oh, wow, this is like lightning fast now. LOL 123. LOL at I don't know.com. All right, so now we can do daring. LOL 123. What? Ow. DARREN. Yes. Did I really just forget the password I just made? Darren. LOL 123. Sorry, we'll just redo that, Darren. LOL at LOL.com. 123. That user is already registered. So we need to specifically capture that 0 space. Paste. LOL at I don't know.com. 123. Do I have to use the space Darren too? You literally have to use the space. All right. We finally got that flag. Oh, man, this is going to make Factorio just so much better now that we have this working. So we'll switch back to our Chrome tab. Here's our flag. Boom, baby. Now let's try the same thing with Arthur. So let's go ahead and grab this extra Darren space. And go back and log out. Register. Make sure you guys come along with me so you can see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't want to remove that extra space. And it is, let's see, account Arthur, ARTHUR. ARTHUR. I don't know. And 1, 2, 3. So now we can do paste in Darren again. Arthur, and 1, 2, 3. We got it. Oh, thank God. Make sure you guys see this. Or we go ahead and submit. Boom. All right, last one. This server-side request forgery. We're so close. So if we copy that link address, we need to find a way. Oh yeah, this site looks way better. All right, now it makes sense with the giant photo. All right. So we have the admin site. We go to their download resume, copy the link, paste that in, and I think we want to do HTTP localhost on that port /admin. Okay, but it sent us to download anyways? Oh, does this need to switch to admin? No. Download ID. I'll get that out. No file selected. Hold on. We're on to something. I thought that was just a way to comment that out. So we need to separate the server and the ID and the link. But that would comment it out. Going back to our good friend, Cyber Chef. Master Chef. Cyber Chief. I want to grab the link. We can ignore that for now. Ignore that for now. Okay. It's a percent. It's just the same. URL encode. Okay. That's kind of what I thought. We need to encode the comment out, which is %23. Can I has flag, please? Oh no, you guys didn't see. Dang it. All right. So the way that I quickly did that was you take our URL and you want to comment out this ID part because that's the file we're grabbing, but we just want whatever is on the admin page. So you need to insert a comment out, but it's being URL decoded. So the same, if you encode the comment out, which was the £, into URL, you get %23. So I'm coming back. Oh, that's a code. That's Cali. There we go. Now we should be able to just add. Oh. There we go. We finished OWASP top 10. Oh, that was for 2021? Huh. Oh, well. Neat. Maybe I should start sharing these badges on Twitter. That might be fun. I think it's time for a little de-stress. Let's play some Factorio. Make sure that that launches correctly. We can go ahead and shut down our Kali box for now. Bring up Factorio. Please. Yeah, there we go. Let's go ahead and switch our category back to Factorio. Yeah, it's like 11 o'clock. I think that successfully updated our stream. Yeah. Right, let's get back into this. Wait. Okay, we got some circuit boards. We got copper. Copper going into this thing. A bunch of bugs were mad. We lost a lot of stuff. Okay. Okay, more tracks. We got science going. Physical damage. More bugs. What is their problem? I'm just polluting the earth. It's not. I don't see what the big deal is. What entity destroyed? Yeah, I thought I. Let's see. Copper. We got metal. Or steel. Iron. I knew that. Forget what we were doing over here, though. Let's look at our tech tree. We're getting some of that done. Steel X. I'm gonna be making green soon. How do I make green? Did I figure that out? I have tracked and inserter. So we go up to our science lab. We have reds cooking. Weir's going. We got tracks. Now we just need to make one that makes an inserter. Which is iron plate, wheel, and circuit. Iron plate, wheel, and circuit. Iron plate, wheel. Is this making circuits? I think it was making circuits. Because to make a circuit, we need those two things. This one was definitely making our copy. Design was getting loaded in there. All right, these bugs are going to be such an issue. Turds. I think we'll make one to automate making some bullets. So, get that there. There. Get that there. You make bullet. So now we'll just make a box for all the bullets. So close, and yet this one can't do it. Yeah. Just make a box for the wheels right now, too. Just so things are constantly moving. Now that I'm loaded. I forget what button it is to switch to the other gun. Cannot rolling stone. Rolling stock. Electric's running a little low. Bonuses. Split that. Go up here. Go in the box. Box in the thing. Thing into here. You gotta be kidding me. I heard it. I heard it. Where is it? Not the coal mine. We're gonna have to make so many of these stupid. Alright. So I had an idea. Power output, power output. Good steam. Go ahead and put a gun turret over right here. Load it up with ample ammo. We gotta protect our coal mine. Coal comes down here. Coal gets put in here. This moves gears. Okay. Is our fast inserter? Tracks. Wait, this is supposed to be making tracks. There's our silver. Or iron. Oh my gosh. We have plenty of circuit boards up here. Why was I trying to do it down here though? We have circuit boards. We need tracks and inserters. And then to make the inserters, it's just steel wheel and circuit. It should be up here, huh? Let's fit steel wheel. Circuit. I think I want to remove that. I think we should be able to just do one of these. I want wheel. Our iron's so far away. It comes down. There are other turrets down. I have one more. Wanted one more. Copper plates, making reds, making tracks. But then the wheels. Steel wheel circuits. Okay. So we have circuits here. Unload that. Put that in. So now we have circuits. And I think if we just add a splitter here, run that up. Oh. And the same line, we can't just do something like this. I don't know how I'm going to do this. So to that. Okay, perfect. Just gotta sit back there. Start making greens. All right. And we got greens and reds. We're doing science. What else do we do? I got guns going. Sort of, kinda. Make a box for this. Where it's safe. Oh, we're not getting the top over here anymore. And I'm gonna need more science. So we need all the wheels we can get. And 2, 3. I don't want them that separated. Load balancing. Right, so there. This is slow because we need more gears. This is only running off of 1, too. Why does this back up so much? Because it's not. Here we go. Genix Tech. Military 2. Automation 2. Military advance. Let's get some engines. Oh, that's sucker up. How high does this go? Up to 100? All right. Rank about now. Here, what are we slow on? Now it's slow on red. No, we only had one thing doing red. Maybe we should split out. So don't want to get so congested with is it possible that we can get that's all the copper. Iron just straight up making wheels. And then to make red, it's just copper and wheel. So let's do that. Maybe I move these up here.
Nope. They all gotta be over one more space. Here's what I'm thinking. Okay, like that. Okay, we come back to that. That guy over one.
See the vision yet?
That's just trying to figure out how can we.
I need it on the left side.
Sure, I guess that works.
Oh my god, they're so mad. They're so mad. They're so mad. What what happened to our defenses?
Okay, so I need another turret up there. All my ammo. Circle there. Circle there.
If they come right down the middle, yeah, I guess they got me, but what are the odds of that?
I'm gonna get some more underground stuff. So we gotta...
Or bring this coal back over.
If this is gonna work.
Separate it. Good. Sweet.
Everything's running smooth. Oh, wow, that's a lot of lead. Yeah, do that weird track thing. Insert girder. X. Looking smooth now, please. And red on the red.
Including on the left. Sweet.
We just add.
Sweet.
Don't need more of these. But you want to make more green. called efficiency, baby. Next, we gotta figure out why this one's so slow. Get some more military tech solved. These bugs haven't caused any real issues. Oh, we got this. I gotta start making steel, though. More drills, more iron. Automate, automate, automate. I would need a turret over here, too. Okay, we're gonna be able to do so much science. Those cooking back on. Threads are being made. They're getting slow on the wheels. Slow on the wheels because we don't have enough iron coming in. It's a vicious cycle. No, I just added another drill. Low powered and working. I had to put this one here because this is the only one that's able to grab all of these. That's probably not the best way to do it. think we could stop it with the ammo for now. Famous last words. It had so many. Alright, we'll be low on. One greens. Just goes for low 9. But let's prioritize that one. That way we're hopefully making more. I guess another way would be to see if we can clean this up. No. You stop that. Is it water? Yeah. And might need a split there. Just trying to think of a way that we can combine this with these. Around town. The only problem is that and getting that. But we can always just swap that out for the audio. Hear me out. And we can add a splitter here. And then a splitter here. Forgot about down here though.
We could double up.
Well, it tracks. How is this getting wheels before?
Hey, I mean, we'll just do it again. So,
Think what it's doing is something weird like this.
switch wheels, wheels go there, there goes up. And it gets full.
Roll it back down to evergreens. Or at least slow greens.
But I think that's a good place to stop. Save our game. Chat, thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed today's stream. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hope everyone has a good Friday and a good weekend. I'll see you next time. Bye.